You want to get culturally enriched? Get in line. Brandon is bringing enrichment to you.
Private tiers, public memorials in Athens and in Woodstock for Laken Riley, 22 years old. Laken Riley lived to serve others, studying in Athens to be a nurse. Laken had been a UGA student, but in May of last year, she transferred to the Augusta University nursing program in Athens. Augusta University expressing its deepest sorrow. And the University of Georgia, in a campus-wide statement, writes, "A vibrant young life was senselessly taken on our campus."
With the latest in the death of a young woman at the University of Georgia's campus, investigators with the school's police department announced they have a suspect in custody. They say 26-year-old Jose Antonio Ibarra will face a slew of charges, including malice murder and felony murder.
And here we go once again. Brandon is reminding us that voting has consequences, and Americans are starting to see the result. Joe Biden's open border policy is wreaking havoc and mayhem on this country. And amazingly, he can still do no wrong in the eyes of his supporters. One of the people who fell victim to this policy is 22-year-old Laken Riley. A student at UGA, she decided to go for a quick run near campus, but she never came back. Her body was later discovered in a wooded area, and after examination, it was determined that she died from blunt force trauma. After investigation, police were able to take 26-year-old Jose Ibarra into custody, an illegal immigrant from Venezuela who entered the US illegally back in 2022. He was arrested for many crimes, but amazingly, he was always released from jail. And the reason? Well, because there was no space inside the jail. What you may not know is that this guy, on April of last year, he was arrested by the Border Patrol in El Paso, and he was processed for immediate removal. But amazingly, due to Joe Biden's enrichment policy, he claimed asylum and was bused to New York City. This is exactly what Mr. Trump was fighting against: illegal, uncontrolled, unvetted immigration. He didn't even have a problem with legal immigration. That's what he had a problem with. And he was being called a racist for it. You feeling enriched yet? Don't worry. Uncle Joe has buses full of Jose Ibarras coming to your neighborhood real soon. But this is not the end of it. Before killing Riley, he was arrested back in New York for endangering the welfare of a 5-year-old. So you're telling me this guy was roaming, walking around free in this country, preying on people? And each time he gets caught, he gets released? Why was he not deported? And remember, my liberal friends, a country is defined by its borders. If you want to enter a country, you have to go through the legal process. If the law was enforced, we wouldn't lose a young, productive citizen like Laken Riley. Now, Laken Riley is not the only one. Every day, many attacks by migrants are being reported in cities like New York City, where even the NYPD is getting enriched. Philadelphia, Chicago. Chicago, the city that banned shot spotters because they claimed they were expensive and racist. Well, that's it for today, guys. That was my 2 cents on Uncle Joe's enrichment policy and the wonderful things that it comes along with it. If you guys like my content, you can go subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell for notifications, ask me any questions, and I'll see you again in another video.